Next, Friend for Life and a Vision of the Black Ghost. Audio MP3 number 10. Dexter Wilson is one of those friends from the Lord who has remained close to me until this very day. Since the 7th grade, he has been my partner in crime. Or shall I say, he's actually the partner who kept me from crime, who kept me out of trouble. His role was to play the good cop, and my role was to play the bad cop. We were considered the bookends in our days of football. Those were the days of popularity and prosperity throughout the middle and high school years. Because of our awesome days of playing football, our antics on and off the field gave us a sort of celebrity status. As I reflect on it, it brings to mind the docudrama When We Were Kings. Well, these were the days of glory when Chuck Thompson and Dexter Wilson were glorified in the prime of their lives and treated like kings. Our youthful Mighty Men days came complete with supernatural strength, having the unthinkable ability to spit on the moon, and the athletic agility to jump up with a towel and wipe it off before the saliva evaporated. Dexter Wilson was an awesome middle linebacker at the Crest, known as Hillcrest High School. Book Matter picture displays the Crest. Dexter Wilson celebrating after an awesome tackle. Age 42 author. We were called the Hillcrest Hawks, and Dexter Wilson was one of the greatest Hawks there ever was. No one could compare with that boy. His athletic ability was unequaled by anyone I have ever known. Before he was even a freshman in high school, he would dominate playing basketball with the seniors. Hands too small, he was unable to palm the ball, so he would literally cup the ball between his arm and his shoulders. With incredible leaping ability, Dexter could jump up, skying over the upperclassmen, slamming the ball through the hoop over everyone's head. Everyone must understand, to accomplish this great feat, your shoulder must be up over the rim itself. But this was not a problem for Dexter Wilson. In the latter days of playing football, he was simply known as the Black Ghost. Book banner picture displays the team of teams. The author, Chuck Thompson, and his high school teammates. A great group of guys, most in which I haven't seen in over 20 years. Yet, if I saw them today, it would be like yesterday. Age 42 author. Back to Dexter. He played like a mad monster in the middle linebacker position. That same position Mike Singletary played for the Chicago Bears. Singletary's fierce, intense eyes horrified opposing players as he stared them down across the scrimmage line. Book banner picture displays Chicago Bears Mike Singletary in the middle, ready to attack the opposing players. Age of 42 author. I imagine many players felt the very next play would end in disaster. Well, this was the look from Mr. Wilson, and that was the overwhelming sentiment opposing players had as Dexter Wilson dominated that position. Never in all my days of football, whether playing the game myself or seeing the pros on TV, has a player literally placed himself on every single tackle in the game. Never in all my 42 years of life have I ever seen such a monumental feat, except the days when I saw Dexter Wilson play. Rest, meditate and reflect. 10 Salah. Think on this.
Now, Here's a World Emergency News sports side note. Super Bowl 42, featuring Eli Manning, the New York Giants, against Tom Brady, the New England Patriots. Super Bowl 42 will go down as the biggest upset in sports history. However, more tragic in scope, another upset will soon shake up and shock the globe. The world's current superpower, Patriots, the United States, will lose its life to a new, upcoming superpower, Giants, the United States of Europe. Sadly, the fading superpower Patriots, 50 fallen states, against the new superpower Giants, a future restructured European Union, a 10-ruler governmental control system coming soon to a common market near you. Time to get close to your Maker. Rest, meditate, and reflect. 10 Salah. Think on this.
Question: have you forgotten to remember and revere your Creator now in your early, healthy, vigorous years? Verse 1, remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble come, and the years approach, when you will say, I find no pleasure in them. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1, New International Version. Age of 42 author. Back to Dexter. That boy was phenomenal. He couldn't be stopped. The opposing crowd would shout and cheer when they thought one of their running back players broke through and victory was near, only to have the cheer turn into jeers and victory into tragedy. The Black Ghost always blasted on the scene at the wrong time for the opposing team. It was simply a phenomenal feat. Phenomenal is a word I must use because that's the only word to describe this unbelievable experience. Hearing the crowd's excited shouts of elation, thinking they finally overcame the Black Ghost, only next to see and hear the horrifying, shocking agony of their player in pain. The sound was simply indescribable. The opposing player wore red. The school, its Central, was a proud, boisterous rival to the invincible Hillcrest Hawks. This school was a wannabe, one in a long list of schools throughout the south suburbs of Chicago, dominated by the Crest, the Hillcrest Hawks. Book banner, picture displays the film poster and highlights of Friday Night Lights. This is how it was. The opposing players wearing red and the Hawks dominating the game. Age of 42 author. A great many plays of the game went something like this. Now, to give you a play-by-play, we'll use the beautiful Cindy Bronson from ESPN News. Perhaps you're asking yourself why we are using Cindy Bronson? The answer is, I love looking at Cindy Bronson. Her sweet face is very easy on the eyes. Cindy now speaks, reporting for ESPN News. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Now, here's a play in the game. The Ridge Central running back has now broken loose. He is running crazy through the defenders of the Hawks. The crowd is going wild. He's now broken into the clear in the side of the goal line. He's almost there. Oh no! Here comes the Black Ghost. Splat! Splat! The crowd is stunned. The middle linebacker has completely stopped that play. And instead of cheers of elation, all you hear are awes and sniffly cries in the crowd. Opposing fans are distraught. The rich central player is now lying on the field, and he's not moving. I say again, he is not moving. The Black Ghost, Dexter Wilson, the most awesome linebacker in the history of the Hawks, has totally devastated and shut down that play. Gameplay has been stopped. We're waiting for the stretchers to come out on the field. Again, the sounds in the crowd quiet. Age of 42 author. Regarding the name, the Black Ghost, legend has it Dexter Wilson was given this name because you couldn't see him until he was right in your face. You thought you had the coast clear until the next millisecond when the Black Ghost had you in his sights, after which he'd run you over like a freight train. Afterwards, many opposing players who had the misfortune of being run over had very little memory of what just happened to them. The punishing, severe hits they usually received were incomprehensible. They should consider themselves fortunate if they can remember anything at all. Dexter is simply blessed with many, many talents. He had tremendous athletic ability, but on the flip side, he was a phenomenal singer as well, a crooner of crooners, also known as a young Luther. Dexter sang many of the awesome songs Luther Vandross sang, original tunes made even more popular by Luther Vandross. Nevertheless, they were sung just a little better by Dexter Wilson. Book picture displays the handsome Dexter Wilson. The song, titled Knocks Me Off My Feet, made originally by Stevie Wonder, yet arranged in the style of Luther Vandross, the same way Dexter Wilson would sing it, is now sung by the author of this book, Chuck Thompson. Note, this song is recorded on Chuck Studio number 5. Go to worldemergency.com, click on Chuck Studio, select CD 5, title, song selections will appear. Music side note, please email me at chuckstudio@gmail.com and share your thoughts of how I sound. P.S. Please be kind. Age of 42 author. Dexter Wilson is a true friend from the Lord, a friend God chose to bring me to the truth of His Word. I could say He literally handed me the truth. The Creator moved Him to give me a magazine called The Plain Truth, subtitled A Magazine of Understanding.